All right, hello everybody. Can you hear me? How many people are in the chat right now? All right. Hello? Anyone there right now? Sorry, I'm kind of still getting things set up. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I do everything. Hello, if you... All right. Can you see my screen right now? All right, there's a link right there on the top of the screen that shows a link. Go ahead and type that into your bar, and you'll be able to ask me any questions you are wanting to know answers for. Type things to me so that I can see them. Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Can you guys hear me? I'm currently in the process of saving up right now, so I'm trying to get everything figured out with this stream. Sorry about that. It might take a minute. Yeah, I'm currently working a full-time job as well as doing YouTube on the side to try and save up the money for that. The Oh, hello. Hello, Lunar Neko, honey. But in terms of my job, I'm with the Thanks, Proana. Sorry, I'm trying to figure things out and set them up right. I did actually get bullied a lot in elementary and middle school, actually, so yeah. But I mean, that doesn't really have too much. Yeah, definitely, we do have a lot of those problems. Alright, that should make it a lot easier to do the chat. Oh yeah, definitely. People tend to have a lot of problems when it comes to being open-minded. Alright, in terms of, if you can, go ahead and click on this link that's showing up here right now, because that'll allow you to submit questions to me and I can answer them in the stream so that people can see them a better. Alright. Such as this. Alright. Anonymous has asked me the question, what is my favorite color? My favorite color used to be midnight blue, but now my favorite color is leaning more towards, my favorite color is now, but my favorite color is now more of a neon green color. So yeah, there's your answer to that one. Does anyone else have any questions for me? And this is what the first half of the live stream is going to be about, like the first 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many questions we get. And then after that, I'm going to be setting up a poll, and you guys can answer through this link that I just gave you on the screen to vote on whether you would like me to play a game or maybe start up on a certain game or do more questions or sing something or anything like that as well. So that'll happen later on in the thing. Is there anything anybody wants to ask me, perhaps? I am currently watching both my chat and both the live stream chat and the special slides chat that'll allow you to ask the questions. So if someone asks a question in the live stream chat and can't access the Google Slides thing for some reason, I am still going to be able to count that and answer those questions as well if you guys need to or wanting to ask me anything. Yeah, Proana, it is a pretty sad world that we lived in today. The fact that even though the world prides itself on being so proactive and good to each other, we still have constant people that say that they're that teach their children hatred. Can anybody hear me? Hello, everybody. Uh, Currently on the screen, I am showing a link. If you haven't noticed, just go ahead and follow that screen, and it'll allow you to enter any questions you might have or comments. And it'll make it a lot easier for me to answer them that way. I can answer stuff in the regular chat on the live stream too, but this special thing is set up so that we'll be able to do a poll later on too if you want to join into that. So any new people, just follow that link at the top of the screen. Is there anything you guys would like to ask me, or perhaps any thing you would like to for me to discuss or anything like that? Hey, my name is Pete asks, what do I expect from my life? That's a pretty difficult question, honestly, and I'll try and answer it. I'd say probably what I expect out of my life. I don't exactly know what I want to do with my life quite yet. I know I enjoy making these videos and making stuff for you all, and I love doing stuff with video games and art. But the only real certain thing I know in my life right now is that I'm going to keep doing doing YouTube and making content for you all, and I'm also in the end going to end up getting SRS, sexual reassignment surgery, so that I feel more comfortable with myself. And that way I might be able to be more comfortable for you guys on camera and stuff too. Good question, though. I wanted to take a second real quick while we're in between questions and discussion to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel and just everybody who talked to me and encouraged me through all this. You guys are such a great support, and everyone seems to be pretty friendly for the most part. So I wanted to thank you, and hopefully we can just expand more and more as a community. An anonymous asker has asked me if I think that transgenders are born like this. Now, I am going to say that using the way like words like this is a little bit offsetting in this question because it just seems a little invocative of a negative emotion. But the question being, do I think that transgenders are born the way they are? And here's the way I see it. I believe that a person who is transgender, bi, gay, any of those things are born the way that they are. I know several people who are bi, several people are gay, lesbian, straight. All of them, they've had the feelings like that since they were young. And just like me being transgender, I have had the thoughts and telltale signs, and my therapist has confirmed this as well, that most people who are transgender, you'll see signs from a very young age. And I have had the thoughts and something deeper inside my head since I was 4 years old, as I explained in one of my early videos. And with that, it shows that a person who is truly transgender, they'll know it from a very young age, which makes me think that it is something that people are born with. It isn't something that's on set. Because I had never even known what transgender was at that age. And heck, I didn't even know what it was until I was like 7 or 8 years old, somewhere in that range. So for me to have the thoughts like that and for them to stick for this long, it's something deeper than just something people come with up with in most cases. It's something that's actually rooted in the soul, in my opinion. So long story short, I do believe that transgenders are born transgender, and it's more than just people's own minds deciding over time that that's the case. It's a good question overall. Waiting for the next one. My favorite genre of media. Can you? All right. Otaku Journal asks me what my favorite genre of media is. I'm going to go ahead and ask this real quick. What exactly are you asking by that, Otaku Journal? Go ahead and send me another question and I'll answer it for you. All right. So Otaku Journal just elaborated and said that uh, apparently they're asking me what my favorite genre of anime is, which that one's a pretty easy one for me. My favorite genre of anime is by far romance, mainly because and it shows because of the fact that I'll watch romance anime more than anything. I just love romantic things, and I always have been that way. So there's your answer for that one. And then in terms of video games, my favorite genre by far is RPGs such as Skyrim and Fallout, as well as older ones such as Diablo 2, followed by FPSs like Call of Duty, Halo. And then social media, I mean, I don't really use too many of the social medias really. I just use them for advertising and talking with friends on occasion. But if I would have to say, I'm not really sure if it's counted as this, but if it is, it would be YouTube. So there you go. Vampire Knight? I think I've heard of that, but I don't think I've ever watched it yet. I've heard some pretty good things about it, though, Roar. All right, guys, let's keep this train going. Let's see what all questions and everything we can answer before the time changes to where we're doing a live stream of something else. Because, like I said, the second half of this is going to be me streaming something else as well. Otaku Journal says that something counts. I'm guessing he was referring to the question with social media, YouTube. And if that's the case, YouTube would definitely be my favorite social media to be on and be active on. And then he's warning about Vampire not getting a lot of hate. I've heard Here's the thing, I've heard negative things about Vampire Knight, but I've also heard positive things. So by far I wouldn't mind checking it out. So there we go.